Welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for Manchester United news, rumours, and updates. Our first news is Ruben Amorim drops Man United transfer bombshell in damning blast at current squad. Ruben Amorim is on course to lead Manchester United to their worst ever Premier League finish and has stressed the need for reinforcements during the summer transfer window. Ruben Amorim insists Manchester United need to improve in every position. The head coach described his squad as United's worst ever after a January defeat to Brighton, and the club are on course for their worst ever finish in the Premier League era. Ahead of Thursday's Europa League quarter-final second leg against Lyon, Amorim was asked about replacing goalkeeper Andre Onana. However, he argued the team's shortcomings run far deeper. "We need to improve every position on the field, goalkeeper is the same," the head coach told reporters. "If our team scores more goals and our strikers are better, we will defend better. Sometimes you have a season where you are underperforming. We are going to make that evaluation for any position in the squad." United sit 14th in the table with 6 games remaining. Even if they win all 6 of those games, they will fall short of their lowest Premier League points return of 58, achieved during the 2021-22 season. Amorim confirmed Onana will return in goal for Thursday's second leg. The keeper was singled out for blame after spilling the ball at the feet of Lyon's Ryan Cherki for a late equaliser, and sat out Sunday's Premier League match away at Newcastle United. "I think as a former coach and a player, I try to do things that can help a player in this situation," Amorim said. "We talk about managing players physically, but we also have to manage them mentally. This week, my thinking was to put Andre Onana to play. United will be without Matthijs de Ligt and Joshua Zirkzee, among others, for Lyon's visit to Old Trafford on Thursday night. De Ligt is expected back in a matter of weeks, having not played since April 1st, but his fellow Dutch international Zirkzee won't feature again this term. Joshua is out for the season, Amorim confirmed. "He is not going to play any more this season. We must prepare him for next season. It is hard for any player to stop, but it's football. He has to be ready to recover." Zirkzee was one of United's scorers in the first leg in France, with Leny Yoro also on target. However, goals from Thiago Almada and Cherki leave the game delicately poised that if United make it through, they will face Athletic Club or Rangers in the semi-finals. Their first leg in Glasgow ended goalless, with Rangers holding on despite a first-half red card for Robin Proper. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our second news is Man United boss Ruben Amorim confirms final Andre Onana decision ahead of Lyon clash. Ruben Amorim has decided Andre Onana's next step ahead of Lyon after the Manchester United goalkeeper was left out of his squad that took on Newcastle in the Premier League. Andre Onana will make his return to the Manchester United starting lineup against Lyon, Ruben Amorim has revealed. It marks a swift return to action for the goalkeeper who missed the club's last match after the Portuguese coach decided to give him time to recover from a taxing week. Onana was left out of Manchester United's squad that lost to Newcastle in the Premier League at the weekend, after the goalkeeper committed errors in the Red Devils' Europa League draw with Lyon. The 29-year-old's poor performance followed a public war of words with ex-United midfielder Nemanja Matic, who declared the shot-stopper to be one of the club's worst-ever goalkeepers. Amorim suggested that he hoped to keep Onana out of the spotlight at St James Park as Altay Baynder deputised and Tom Heaton took a place among the substitutes. Onana's understudy failed to prove overly convincing as the Premier League giants conceded 4 against the Carabao Cup winners, but the 40-year-old United boss is happy to place his trust in Onana once again, as United look to secure progress to the semi-finals of the Europa League. Amorim hopes his actions will allow his number 1 to bounce back quickly from adversity. "I think as a former coach and a player, I try to do things that can help a player in this situation," Amorim said in his press conference. "We talk about managing players physically, but we also have to manage them mentally. This week, my thinking was to put Andre Onana to play." Amorim revealed that he takes the advice of goalkeeper coach Jorge Vital when making decisions over who will start in goal. Ultimately, the former Sporting boss takes the final decision and acts based upon his instincts in addition to the advice he receives that I make the valuation in the same way I would with other players. But Jorge Vital has a big part in my decision. When I made that decision in the last week, I talked with Andre, and that is important for me to explain what I am thinking, Amorim continued. I have the conversation with my coaches, but it is my decision in the end. I think Andre deserves to return to the competition. I am trying to be clear on things and make the valuation, Amorim added. Andre is ready to return and to start this game. The United boss also provided an update on Joshua Zirkzee, who was forced off the field in defeat to Newcastle. The Dutch forward has been confirmed as out for the rest of the season, with the club's attention turned to ensuring he is fit in time for next term. Joshua is out for the season. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our last news is Marcus Rashford's true feelings on Aston Villa stay after leaving Man United. Marcus Rashford left Manchester United at the start of the year with the aim of reviving his career and has excelled since joining Aston Villa on loan, with a huge summer decision lying ahead. Marcus Rashford has never been happier at Aston Villa as he continues to rediscover his best form away from Manchester United. The forward left his boyhood club in January and has since excelled on loan. Those close to the player claim he has benefited from a change of scenery, having been left out in the cold at Old Trafford after he and head coach Ruben Amorim failed to see eye to eye. Rashford's output in the final third had massively tailed off in recent years, but he's been far more dangerous in recent months. The Men reports that Rashford has appreciated the man management style of Villa boss Unai Emery, who has continued to back the 27-year-old. He recently played him ahead of other attacking options in both Champions League games with PSG. Despite Villa's exit, Rashford showcased his quality, particularly in the 3-2 second leg win on Tuesday night, with his pace and directness returning. He's scored 3 times in 15 outings ahead of an uncertain future this summer. Villa have the option to buy their loanee for £40 million, but it remains to be seen whether Rashford sees himself in the Midlands long term. He's previously been linked with PSG and Barcelona, and those in his camp believe their interest could reignite after an impressive few months. Rashford signed a new deal in Manchester several years ago, earning him more than £300,000 a week, but he's failed to produce on the pitch. He scored just 15 goals in 18 months for United after he committed to a new contract, which came after he hit his first 30-goal season. Neither the player, nor his parent club, have given much away regarding their next move. It is well documented that the Manchester outfit need to sell players if they are to finance Amorim's summer recruitment, and offloading Rashford could land them a hefty profit. Rashford was continually snubbed by the United boss in the months leading up to his exit. He was left out of matchday squads but, like fellow loanee Antony, has looked a far more impressive player since leaving, which Amorim claims is only good for United. He said, "I know Rashford really well and everybody knows the talent that he has. So I already spoke about that. He's a top player, if he wants. So I'm not surprised, and it's the same with Antony. It's a good thing we see our players doing well on loan in a different context. That can happen. It's a good sign for the club." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man United Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.